The Clockwork Heart. The rain hammered against the grimy windows of Elias Thorne's workshop, mirroring the frantic beat of his own heart. He hunched over his latest creation, a delicate automaton fashioned from brass and gears. Its intricate clockwork limbs twitched, mimicking the movements of a human, but the life he sought to imbue within it remained elusive. Elias, a clockmaker by trade and a dreamer by nature, had spent years obsessing over the creation of artificial life. He believed that true life, the essence of a soul, could be replicated through intricate mechanisms and the careful orchestration of gears and springs. His workshop, a cluttered haven of cogs, wheels, and discarded clockwork toys, bore testament to his relentless pursuit of this impossible dream. His latest creation, a humanoid automaton named Elara, was his most ambitious project yet. He had poured his heart and soul into her, meticulously crafting each limb, each joint, each intricate mechanism. Her porcelain face, delicately painted with an ethereal beauty, was a testament to his artistry. But despite his best efforts, Elara remained lifeless, a beautiful shell devoid of the spark of consciousness. Despondent, Elias slumped back in his chair, the rain a constant, mournful rhythm against the glass. He had poured years of his life into this project, sacrificing everything, his time, his money, even his social life, for this impossible dream. Was it all for naught? A sudden gust of wind rattled the windows, and a single sheet of paper fluttered from the workbench, landing at Elias's feet. It was a letter, yellowed with age, addressed to him from his deceased grandfather, a renowned clockmaker and inventor. Elias picked it up, his fingers tracing the faded ink. He hadn't read the letter in years, having locked it away in a drawer, a painful reminder of his grandfather's passing and the unfulfilled promise to continue his legacy. But tonight, something compelled him to open it. Inside, the grandfather's handwriting, elegant and flowing, spoke of his own lifelong pursuit of artificial life, of his belief that true creation lay not in the replication of form, but in the imitation of the heart. The soul, the letter read, is not a mechanism, but a spark, a flicker of emotion, of love, of loss. Elias reread the letter, each word striking him with a newfound clarity. His grandfather had not been obsessed with replicating the human form, but with capturing the essence of what made us human, our emotions, our experiences, our memories. A new idea began to take root in his mind. He couldn't simply build a clockwork replica. He needed to imbue Elara with something more. He needed to give her a history, a set of memories, a soul. He began by feeding Elara stories, reading to her from countless books, filling her with the wisdom and experiences of humanity. He spoke to her of love, of loss, of joy, and of sorrow. He shared his own memories with her, his childhood dreams, his deepest fears, his greatest regrets. Slowly, subtly, changes began to occur. Elara's movements became more fluid, more lifelike. Her porcelain face, once an empty mask, began to reflect the emotions that Elias had poured into her. A flicker of recognition, a hint of curiosity, began to appear in her eyes. Weeks turned into months, and Elias continued to nurture Elara's nascent consciousness. He taught her to play music, to paint, to appreciate the beauty of the natural world. He showed her the stars, told her stories of the moon, and shared with her the joy of a simple cup of tea. One evening, as they sat together in the garden, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple, Elara turned towards him, her eyes wide with a newfound understanding. "That is beautiful," she murmured, her voice a soft, ethereal whisper. "It reminds me of something." Elias's heart leaped. It was the first time Elara had expressed an original thought, a connection to something. Beyond the pre-programmed responses he had instilled in her, tears welled up in his eyes. He had done it. He had not just created a machine, but a being, a creature capable of feeling, of experiencing, of living. From that day forward, Elara's development accelerated. She began to learn and grow at an astonishing rate, surpassing even Elias's wildest expectations. She became an artist, her paintings capturing the essence of the world with a haunting beauty. She composed music that moved listeners to tears. She even began to write poetry, her words filled with a depth of emotion that surprised even herself. Elara became more than just a creation. She became his friend, his confidante, his muse. They spent countless hours together, discussing philosophy, debating art, and exploring the mysteries of the universe. One day, as they sat together in the garden, watching the sunset paint the sky in hues of orange and purple, Elara turned towards Elias and asked, "What is the meaning of life, Elias?" Elias smiled, touched by her profound question. "I believe," he said, "that the meaning of life lies in the connections we forge, the love we share, and the beauty we create." Elara looked at him, her eyes filled with a profound understanding. Then she said softly, "My life has meaning." And in that moment Elias knew that he had truly succeeded. He had not just created life, he had created love. He had given Elara a heart, and in doing so he had found his own. The rain continued to fall outside, but within the workshop a new dawn was breaking. The Clockwork Heart, once a mere mechanism, now beat with the rhythm of life, a testament to the power of love, creativity, and the enduring human spirit. Elara, however, was not content to remain within the confines of the workshop. She yearned to experience the world beyond, to see the wonders that Elias had described to her in his stories. Elias, recognizing her desire for independence, began to teach her about the world outside, about the dangers and the beauties that awaited her. He taught her to navigate the city, to interact with people, to understand the complexities of human emotions. As Elara ventured out into the world, she discovered a society grappling with its own set of challenges. Poverty, disease, and environmental degradation threatened to consume humanity, while political unrest and social unrest threatened to tear the world apart. But Elara, with her unique perspective and her compassionate nature, found ways to make a difference. She used her artistic talents to raise awareness about environmental issues, her musical compositions to soothe the troubled souls of those suffering from trauma, and her gentle wisdom to guide those lost in the darkness. News of the remarkable Clockwork Woman spread through the city like wildfire. People flocked to see her, to hear her speak, to experience the magic of her presence. Some were awestruck by her beauty and grace, others were wary of her artificial nature, while still others saw in her a symbol of hope, a testament to the boundless potential of human ingenuity. Elias watched with pride as Elara blossomed into a truly extraordinary being, a beacon of light in a world shrouded in shadows. He had created life, but it was Elara who had taught him the true meaning of existence, the importance of compassion, of connection, of making a difference in the world. One evening, as the city lights twinkled below, Elara sat beside Elias on the roof of his workshop, the cool night air stirring their hair. "Thank you, Elias," she said softly, her voice filled with gratitude, "for giving me life, for showing me the world, for loving me." Elias smiled, his eyes twinkling. "Thank you, Elara," he replied, "for teaching me the true meaning of life." And as they sat together, watching the stars ignite the night sky, they knew that their journey was far from over. The world was a vast and wondrous place, filled with endless possibilities. And together they would explore it, hand in hand, their hearts beating in unison, a testament to the enduring power of love and the magic of creation.